Hey guys, I'm finally back with part 2 of this video from last night. It's 3:30 here in the UK, and I always give an update on time. It's a bit cloudy now. It was very sunny before in this weather. I went for a walk. Good job I went for a walk before it became cloudy. It's probably going to start raining and all that. Apparently there was a thunderstorm in Nottingham, which is only next to us, so hopefully we won't get it, but we probably will. Anyway, I'm anticipating it'll probably come eventually. I'm sure it will eventually, but anyway. I'm one of the few people, I'm probably the only one who wears like a jacket outside, like when other people wear shorts and t-shirts. But anyway, so I thought I'd come back and finally finish part 2 and hopefully part 3 of this video after I had a bit of a break. So talking about solving problems. I hope people out there will enjoy it, as I often say. Hopefully it won't be too repetitive, and hopefully I'll be able to entertain people, make people happy, which is my dream, to make the world a happy place and a better place. But anyway, here we go. Number 11, I hope for I'm talking about supporting Asia and focusing on Asia at the moment mainly. I know I've talked a bit about Italian football, Celtic, a bit about Africa as well. But I hope that especially Asian and possibly African inventors maybe can network together. Maybe people from what I call the four, but especially hope to focus on Asia and how hopefully they will inventors can invent solutions to problems. After all, they do say necessity is the mother of all inventions, and when we have problems, there need to be some sort of inventions for the solutions of such problems. With my hoarding problem, my mum actually took some of my notes and all that kind of thing that I had so many of, and she's ripped quite a few of them. Like, I keep old letters and things like that, and she's ripped quite a few of them, and also like burnt a few. So that's really been quite upsetting me. But I was thinking, like, a solution I'd love God to do is like when they say in the Bible, God raises people from the dead. I wish He would raise my paperwork that have been burnt or destroyed or ripped or torn or damaged in some way, either by mistake or in some cases purposely. That would be pretty cool if He made those come back. But I might have to wait till Judgment Day or whatever. So you never know. I don't know if He'll do that or not. But at least God knows what was in them, I suppose. Kind of. Hopefully I'll remember. But yeah, so I was thinking like inventions. I know, as I've talked before, I have these patterns. So number 11 is like inventions, inventive stuff, changing things, and that sort of thing. So inventions can hopefully, maybe someone can invent something, maybe with the help of the guy upstairs, to recreate my paperwork where it was. I thought this invention in the past, actually, a really strange idea of mine, where although I suppose it could be abused or used or abused, so I don't know if I'd want to make this, but I thought like it could be attached to someone's brain, maybe I don't know why I thought, but like to the hand, or it could be another part of their body, but maybe to the brain as well, where it sort of shows all the imaginations they've ever had, and like you can, like in watching a cinema, you can actually watch how they imagine things in their head, especially us dyslexics with our imagination. Anywho, probably talked quite a lot about this idea, but yeah, and on that note, actually, I didn't quite get around to it last night, but I was thinking of doing stuff about successful Asians to inspire people from Asia, and also successful dyslexics generally. And in the future, I'd love to have a list of famous, successful Asians with dyslexia in business or inventing or sports or other such areas. So I'd love to have that list in the future, and hopefully next year or in the future, generally sometime, maybe by next April or May or June or next August next year, I'll have like a list of top successful dyslexic people from Asia, or successful Asians with dyslexia, as well as successful Asians and successful dyslexics in separate lists. Hope that makes sense. Anyway, number 12, again, hope for Asians to possibly network not only with each other, but maybe from people from around the world, especially people from Africa, maybe to go to parts of Asia, scientists, inventors, and other such people to find cures for things and find solutions to problems that plague the world. And number 13, I'd love to find what problems there are in the world and possibly have a list of them. I know they can be a pain in the neck, in the brain or whatever, but hopefully the more you find, as I talked about in part 1, first sign to solve a problem is to admit you have a problem and then work on that problem. Maybe even like problems of depression or that. I just hope that people who've solved the problems won't make things worse than they actually were. And yes, but hopefully finding solutions to those. First, we got to find what problems there are facing the world, like diseases, overwarming, whatever, and find the best ways to cure those problems. And I'd love people to list what they think the top problems are in the world, as I mentioned in part 1. Number 14, again, hope for people to network together and look at how to solve these problems, maybe one by one, bit by bit, like how to tackle global warming and then diseases, or maybe a group can look at how to tackle so many problems. But I suppose it would probably be a lot easier to tackle them one by one. But with so many people tackling, maybe some people can work on problems of tackling global warming or climate change, natural disasters and things like that, or how to protect people from natural disasters when they do happen, or how to prevent natural disasters if at all possible. Or I know they say prevention is better than cure, but or find ways to support people who go through natural disasters and lose things, how to help them. So yeah, looking at all possible ways to solve problems. Again, maybe there can be different teams that solve different problems, or taking on one problem at a time. Maybe a group who are very good at solving problems, and that's what they say. Dyslexic people are very good at solving problems. So maybe a lot of nations I often talk about think that dyslexic people or autistic people from neurodiverse spectrums don't have skills or talents because they're not good at certain things like academia or socializing in the case of autistic people or whatever. They might not be good at those areas, but they might be good at solving problems, especially dyslexics, people with ADHD and so forth. Number 15, again, hope we can bring people who are like-minded, who share their goal of helping the world, making it a better place to work together to solve these problems. And again, there could be sometimes teams that tackle individual problems, or maybe like one group of people who are really good at solving problems, I'll say, tackling each problem head on, one by one, and like spending a certain amount of time solving one problem, then certain months, maybe a month or two, solving each particular problem, or something, or a week, or whatever it is. But they decide it's best and find the best ways to solve problems and make the world a better place. Number 16, hope to look at how business can solve problems as well, as in different areas like inventors, how they can solve problems, how business people generally can solve problems, how scientists can solve problems, how business people can look at how to make money while solving problems at the same time. So they make the world a better place, but they also make money from doing so, especially people from Asia, business people, and again working together, probably people from Africa and Asia, and how they can solve their divisions and come together as one and work together. Number 17, again, how dyslexic and people with ADHD and possibly autistic or other neurodiverse people can look at how to solve problems, like how to speak properly, and how they can network together. As I say, two heads are better than one. A problem shared is a problem halved, and also a solution shared or a positive shared probably becomes doubled. So when you work together, I think you do a lot, you can achieve a lot more. And also dyslexic talents like imagination, creativity, thinking outside the box, and how they can be used, whereas an academic might be good academically but might not be able to find thinking outside the box and find a solution. They might be able to give an answer the teacher's looking for, but they might not be able to do something outside the box when they have to think for themselves as much. I mean, some of them can, but many probably can't as well. Number 18, again, hope to build groups together that can help the world to become a better place, and look at how to challenge problems like poverty and how, people who are like-minded, who want to make the world a better place somehow. And it's quite difficult to obviously make sure that there are people who really do mean well, who are not going to make things worse or whatever. And hopefully there's a solution to every problem, and each problem, as I mentioned in part one, as Jack Ma, the entrepreneur from China, said, one of the entrepreneurs from China said that, and supposedly I think he's Asia's richest man, and he said each problem is an opportunity to make things better, or basically to solve it, and you can make money from doing so from a business point of view. Or again, scientists or inventors, again, they need obviously money to live on. So, but as soon as they solve a problem, hopefully they'll increase their salary and help their family and things like that. Number 19, I hope to solve problems in Africa where they have poverty by helping them in software and technology, and helping more. Like in the future, I'd love to see loads of African female leaders in technology, Black African women in technology, and Aborigine women, Maori women in technology as leaders. Next, Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg or Larry Ellison's being women from Africa, and I know some people share that goal. So I think if we work together, hopefully we can help that, and maybe people from Asia could help that as well, and people from Asian backgrounds, so that can improve the relations between Africans and Asians, or Black people and Asians around the world, and minorities and people of colour, but also obviously people who mean well anyway, generally, whatever their background. even if they're white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, but they mean well. But I particularly hope to encourage people from Asia to support them, maybe even people from Europe and charities and NGOs as well. But and yeah, so I'd love to see like young girls in Africa trained in STEM, science, tech, especially tech, engineering, maths, and empowerment, and learning English so they can converse around the world and communicate around the world, and also entrepreneurship, again, solving problems, and how entrepreneurship can be used to solve problems. And number 20, again, I hope to talk about, I don't want to make the video too long, it's been quite long already, so I hope in the future I'll talk much more and keep talking about African tech until hopefully, I don't want to repeat myself too much, but hopefully it will work, all these ideas. And I have a list of things like that I want to talk about. I was going to mention it, but I'm probably going to wait till either my next video or in the future, generally, one of my next videos. So thanks for watching. If you've watched it this far, please give some likes. Peace and love.